Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Marie. Hi, Tom. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Jack. Hi, all. Hello, Gabi. Hi, Robert. Hi, Will. Hello, Mark. Hi, Demi. Demi. Hello, Mike. Hi, Shauna. Drive safely. Hi, Michael D. Hi, Keelan. AI Morning Club. Log on and win the day. Good morning, Robert. AI Morning Club. Log on and win the day. AI Morning Club. Log on and win the day. AI Morning Club. Log on and win the day. Start your day right. AI Morning Club, your business takes flight. Tools, tips, trends, all free, no fluff. 30 minutes daily, that's more than enough. We're just letting everyone in. Making sure AI Morning Club, log on and win the day. AI Morning Club, log on and win the day. Tips, trends, all free, no fluff. 30 minutes daily, that's more than enough. From Parabeat, plug in, level up, and watch your biz grow. AI Morning Club, log on and win the day. I'm on the day. I'm on the day. All right. Good morning, AI Morning. Hold on, let me stop this. Morning Club. Good morning, Night Fam, Driven Fam, Launchpad Fam, and everyone joining us live. I'm Trisha. So glad to have you here with us today. Tuesday, especially with Emma, preparing for growth hacking, but not to have Angie twice this week. So without further ado, Angie, this spotlight is
Awesome. Awesome. I hope you guys are having a good week. We have so much going on this week, but I am excited to be here. So, yeah, you'll get a double dose of me. Hope you guys don't mind. How are you guys doing today? I would love to see in the chat how you guys are doing. We got a lot of good energy. I got my coffee here. So, let's see. I'm just reading everyone's thing there. Okay, good. So, what I wanted to do I wanted to kinda have maybe more of an open discussion today. So on Wednesdays when I'm on, for those that can join, I run what I call party tricks. It's these little show small business owners because a lot of times if you're sitting on an airplane, if you're just at a family gathering and you're talking about AI, their face gets all contorted when they look at you like, "Ooh, AI, it's gross." Awful, it's evil, it's scary. So I started doing these little tricks. Doesn't matter if personal or for business, your eyes would get big and look at me with an open mind to uncovering more about AI. So that's how it started happening. And now I teach on it, now I show people how to do it, and on Wednesdays, I try to go and show a simple one, and then I'm gonna do a show and tell where I have someone come in, and they can share a win, they can talk about AI, maybe it's a favorite tool, or if they even have a party trick. So it's been a great run, and if you guys are interested in joining that, please do. But that'll be tomorrow. Now, today, I wanted to do was have more open discussion because I'm not used to having an open discussion with you guys. So I do have something to show at the end, but if you guys could drop in here, here's what I want you to think about. One is your favorite go-to software, whatever AI it is. Mine's Chatty G, I call it Chatty G, but ChatGPT. But what is your favorite go-to one? And then I also want you to name one new hot tool that you've come across in AI, and it could be something that you know little about. It could be something you just heard about. I heard one last night, and the owner of this one last night, sent me a demo, and it's up and coming brand new thing. It looks really cool. The owner's gonna be at Growth Hacking Live, and I saw it was so for me, ChatGPT, I've trained it so well. My ChatGPT knows everything about me, and so ChatGPT is definitely my go-to. I have other ones I lean into depending on the type of content I'm looking for, but I've trained it with my work. I've trained it with just so much about me. We have so many projects and conversations, and I've built masterminds and boards of people in there that I can lean into, and it's been great. So the other one that I heard about last night, so I haven't tested, tried it, but you're gonna if you're at Growth Live, you meet the owner, it's called Delphi. So Delphi is something brand new. The owner is gonna show us that, and he gave me a demo, and I thought it was really cool. So I hope to learn that over the next couple weeks and then bring it to you guys. So those are 2 things. I like to see what other people are kind of into. Oh, Dave, okay, good. Oh, good, Mike, awesome. So you guys are vouching for it. It looked really neat because it's kind of like takes a next level up on agents and widgets, or chat widgets, but it trains it all on your stuff, and it doesn't pull from the web unless you want it to. So it's kind of like a glorified ChatGPT where you can create custom projects, create, custom GPTs. But what happens with ChatGPT and other AIs, it pulls from all over the web, all over sources, and, they do call it hallucination when they're not accurate, right? So this Delphi, what I witnessed last night in the demo was it only pulls from the data that you're providing it. It doesn't pull from the web unless you ask it to. Like, you can give, some block this, site, use this site, but it's really cool, and then it speaks like you, it talks like you, it has audio and chat to where you can put it on your website, you can have it as a freestanding page where people can go get to know you and have conversations with you. It's not technically you in the physical sense, it's you in your essence and everything about you. So I'm excited. I'll come up with that. It's similar to a notebook album, yes, but this one has audio as well. So I'll find that out. Cool, I'm looking at okay, another question that I wanted to ask you guys is how many people use short codes in ChatGPT? And if you have used short codes, what's your favorite one? Do you guys have a favorite short code? And if you haven't discovered short codes yet, drop that here, like, what's the short code, or show us some, or give us some examples. Ever heard of it? So that was me not too long ago. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. So that's what I was hoping for, and my fingers hurt for 10 minutes before this call. I whipped this PowerPoint up, and I'm gonna show it to you because I've uncovered what I am showing these small business owners to try to get them to look excited to me. Post mhm, and then let me share my screen, show you the short code. So this is 100 short codes. Now there are lots more, but I just did 100 just to kind of give you guys some information. Now, most of you guys on this call are not pulling. It's not pulling over. Okay, just have to hold on 1 second. It's being difficult. You ever have your computer be difficult? Yeah, mine does all the time. Okay, I'm gonna put it in timeout later. So, okay, so this is just 100 short codes for ChatGPT that I thought I would give you guys as an idea. You guys, most of you are way more advanced than the average bear, right? Most you're the one percenters actually use AI. Most people have not used it, and every single day I'm covering people who aren't. And so what I'd like to do is I like to grab some shortcuts that are specific to them, and give to them to use as a way to use ChatGPT without having be a prompt engineer because a lot of people don't understand the whole prompting until way later in their journey. So this is an example of simplify and explain. So if put these into your ChatGPT. So explain like a 5th grader, right? Explain like I'm 5, explain like I'm 10, simple analogy, all these. So these are examples of ones that you can put in, and then you just explain. So I'll use my audio and explain what I wanted to break down or of or add a step by step, and it structures it in a really better way than I would have asked it for. So if I would have prompted it, it probably wouldn't give me the best analogy, but if I use this, for some reason, it really does spit out some pretty cool stuff, and you can fine tune it and stuff. So that's somehow like maybe, Joe Rogan or someone who, is a little sassier, maybe Perry Belcher. You guys can, write slash persona and then write like Perry Belcher and boom, and it drops that, right? Which is really cool. Write a poem, dialogue. I've used a lot of these and I've tried them all out, but, let me see what you guys have as far as questions. Ooh, 118, well, the time, that one sounds interesting. Okay, where do you place the prompt? You just put it right to your chat. Just open a brand new chat. I can show you actually. Just open a brand new chat and I just copy this from my PDF that I have, and I'll share this with you. Yeah, I just made this thing, but I'll put it in and I'll get it up there to people to get a pretty link for this. Love how you wrote. Yeah, this was kind of a last minute thing, but writing and styles is next one, and then structure and formatting, which I don't know about you guys. I have always been able to write poetically and lots of profound sentences. My grammar is not that great, so AI has helped me be a better writer. It's also given me better frameworks. I am not a copywriter. And as much as I wanna be one, I have taken many classes, and for some reason, I mix up my AP and APA style all the time, and I just can't get it down. So AI helps with structure and formatting. And then I love the social and marketing because this is where I live most of the time is I'm constantly making marketing things. I was a director of marketing for 20 years in IT, so I made a lot of this type of stuff back in the day. It wasn't simple back then, honestly. You had to write it in a certain way, and, each kind of publication or PR piece had to be written a certain style and format, and man, if I woulda had AI today, man, they would probably pay me more now. I got paid really well, but it was just so much easier now to save time, and then I love teaching, as you guys know, so I would run classes when I was working corporately on whatever I'm learning. It was Photoshop, learning how to make videos, all of the different things, and the marketing side, how to write press releases to the teams, and I like one of these and copy it into my a brand new chat and write this joke or write this quote or write this meme, and I did one for memes about Halloween and just test this out right before here, and it spit it out in my voice, right? It knows to people, and so it really wrote it like me, but you can train it however you want. So this is just a, yeah, so I'm gonna PDF this in a minute, and then I wanna have an open discussion with you guys with this one is great. If you're going to funnel hack or I say funnel hacking like 'cause that was my first ever event, that was my open eyes to any in-person events, and I was so scared, and I had to run an elevator pitch, so that's why it came to mind. But when you're going to Growth Hacking Live, and for those I taught on this last day about connector secrets and getting, how to maximize your in-person events, but having a pitch, and I'm not talking about a pitch where you're actually pitching a product. What I'm saying is an elevator spiel, something about you, a mini bio that is not arrogant, it's not patting yourself on the back. It is just helping someone understand how you help serve your clients, right? So, having this and then fine tuning it, and this is basic stuff. You can ask ChatGPT, "Upload this PDF," into ChatGPT or Claude or, I bought a Claude the other day, so, Claude, and any of your AIs, and you can say, "Hey, these are the 100 that I have. Expand on these knowing about my business," or, "I'm a realtor. Can you make them all for a realtor?" Like that kinda stuff, and if you guys walked into some of your leads and sales and you're trying to, land a client and you know that they're a restaurant or they're a certain kind of business and you had shortcuts for them, you printed them off, maybe laminated them. I have a laminator. How many people have laminator? nerd like me, and I laminate everything and give that to them, and they have it right there. And it reminds them, keeps them top of mind, put your name at the bottom, and it's really cool to help them understand. So teachers and education, I talk to a lot of teachers a lot about AI and the conversation. I'm gonna go back just to this real fast sidebar. I have a lot of conversations with teachers, and half of them, it's divided. Half of them are ready for AI to help. Half of them think it's the most evil thing on the planet. And my conversations with them will always be, I would rather you guys create that narrative for them and help guide them before they create their own or they do go down more evil tactics with using AI because they no one's gonna guide them. But if you as teachers guide it in a way that helps them make for my kids, it's making flashcards and practice tests and teaching them at their own level, then you guys will be their guide versus, oh, and it's shaming them on that. And it's hard I'm not a teacher when it comes to educational, you know, school districts, but I do have a lot of friends who are teachers, and so we have this conversation a lot, and I just kind of help. I'm like, "I'm just here to help you if you need any resources or kind of point in the right direction," but, you have to make that own decision, and a lot of them are realizing that they don't wanna get left behind in the education space. So if you guys are teachers, more power to you. It's a hard time to be in as a teacher of universities and schools. So productivity and systems, obviously this one's always good to expand on, and I am always saying next steps because I will write SOPs and you guys know I love SOPs. So I'll write SOPs and then I'll go back and fine tune the SOP. You missed this step. Who's at this step? I didn't say anything about this, and then I'll once they hashtag it or next steps, and then it'll give me the tips, right? And I always do it in pieces because for me, I can look at one single paragraph or 2 and know it's good or not. I can't look at 100 steps and know what I'm missing, right? So, that's why I do everything in batches usually, and that helps me, but I also take it from ChatGPT and put it into whether it is a PowerPoint, you guys know I love PowerPoint, or you can put it into Gamma or something, like Prezi, or you can put it into and organize it. Wait, this is the last one. So this is just an idea. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up some people if you wanna have an open discussion on anything related to AI or anything you're learning, or if you thought this was helpful, or maybe you're using them. I'm interested about the EI-18. I guess that's the extended M18. But whatever you have, any tips you have, let's bring you up. While we have people talking, you'll see me finishing this, adding it to a PDF, getting it ready to drop into the I'm gonna come off my screen share here and look at the chat here. Didn't miss anybody. All right. And I like the chattiness. This is great. So I love that we're growing as this group too. And just so you guys know, we are deep in planning for Girl Teching Live, and then a lot of us who are together are also going on a cruise 2 weeks later, so there's a lot going on with that, but as we come out of the cruise in a few weeks, you'll see a lot more emphasis on this AI morning club. We're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff. It's but a lot of fun stuff with AI. You'll be seeing some movement in that. I've been working behind the scenes on plans, and we're getting all of that together as we speak. It's gonna be really cool, but I love that the numbers are going up. So please invite your friends. This is open to the public. This is for anyone that just wants to wake up in the morning, kinda get, a little motivator of AI. So raise hands raised. Okay, we have Michael G. Come on up. We'll spotlight you and let you chat.
Yeah, you knew I had something to say.
I love it. It's great.
So if I could share my screen real quick, uh, one of the best ways to learn anything about AI, especially in ChatGPT, is just ask it. It's going to give you those answers, whatever it is that you want to know. Let me see what's on the screen. So I just asked it, what does the short code tell me a joke? Well, it didn't give it to me, and then I I defined it. I wanted to know, I put it in parentheses, whatever it is, and it will give you whatever those are. So someone else asked me earlier, see, it gave some other results, some examples. So if you want to learn these particular things, and if you want to learn I think Robert, I was talking to Robert the other day, and he was telling me, he was trying to learn AI. And when did I get involved with it? Well, the day that they announced Chat GPT to the public, is the day I got involved with AI, and I've been using it ever since. But at that point in time, there weren't a lot of people in the space at all. All the DARPA people, they were there, but we won't go there. But if you just get into AI and start asking it, it will give you the answers. And one of the biggest things is how to prompt. And I'll give away a prompt. I got a prompt called Perfect Prompt. If you go through the documentation in OpenAI, and a lot of people hate 5, right? Everyone's, oh, bring back 4.0, bring back 4.0, because Angie, it talked to you the way you wanted it to. It did all the things you wanted. It was your friend, right? And I'm going to use that term loosely. But ChatGPT 5 is way more powerful than 4.0 ever was if you use it properly. And it wants very specific things to use it properly. So all it's boiling down to is if you'll just ask ChatGPT the questions that you have, you don't have to ask anybody else because it already knows what it wants. It already knows how to do the things. It's already there. So anyway, that's all I got.
No, that's great, and I don't know if all of you have trained your ChatGPT by going to settings, personalization, and adding all of the stuff about you, your tone of voice, your bio, anything like that is also very helpful to help train it. And I show people how to do that when I'm going into a business and for the first time, maybe it's a gym owner, and it's like, "Okay, let's train this thing." And then I also remind them that every conversation you have, you're further training it, and you're further giving them more context about you and about who you are and what you believe in, your values. So yeah, it's been helpful. And if you use those short codes and you're creating like your mission statement or your value statement, your branding, all that stuff, that's just adding even more. So when you do get down the path and maybe it's your 12th conversation, you'll finally start to feel like, okay, I think it gets me now. I think it's starting to understand more about me. Because at first it might give some like generic, but he said he asked it for a joke, but he didn't give it any context, right? So that's where it really does take us giving exactly what we want, and it can't read our mind. I mean, we wish it can, and maybe one day it probably can, but right now it can't read your mind, so we have to actually give it some context. So don't be afraid to have conversations. I talk to ChatGPT like it's a person, and I'm like, "Hey, ChatGPT." It's like, "Hey." We and I mean, I know it sounds really weird, but for me, it's been someone I can bounce ideas off of. It's been a great mentor. It's been someone who's told me, "Okay, Angie, quit dreaming big on these random side things. Let's stay focused on this," right? And it tells me and it knocks me off that ledge of squirrel syndrome. Is what it's called. All right. Thank you, Michael, for contributing there. Allison, come on up.
Good morning. Am I am I unmuted? Yeah. So one of the things I do with any ChatGPT, so I love ChatGPT is my go-to. But if I'm using a custom GPT, like Perry has given us a bunch, I've got a bunch from a whole ton of different people, you simply ask the GPT, what is the best way to use you, and tell me the commands that you've already got baked in. And it will give you the list of every single command that any custom commands that have been put into it and any background information and documents that's attached. So just an FYI.
Trying to find my mute button. I have too many screens. I I discovered how to actually put the Zooms up on my TV, and then I have my laptop, so technically I have 5 screens going on, and I'm like, that it's just so cool how we can I forward when it comes to AI, and a lot of people are still in the newbie stages. So that's where I kind of like I love that the newbie stage, and whenever we get to that more advanced step, I push people other people who I know that's their heart. And so I love that what you're using it for, and I love that Michael shared, and so that's what I think this whole community is about, is, like, sharing, right? Let's make this open to discussion. That's why I always have a guest, usually on Wednesdays if I can, and I have, like, 5 lined up coming up. I have no one tomorrow, so if anyone, is interested, you're welcome to join me tomorrow. But it's like it's just so cool because I live in my little bubble, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way, like, you get kind of, like, in your area of expertise, and then on these calls, we kind of bring open all these ideas. Like, I didn't know about half the stuff you guys were mentioning, and for me, now I have a whole list. I have Post-it notes on this website.
Real quick, along those lines, if you want, I'll step in.
See, but, I'm trying to, get rotating people in and out, but we can definitely put you on the timeline, in the future for sure. So just fill out that form again and just let me know what topic, and then we can tee you up. Sound good? Awesome. Jack?
Um, I think have you tried using these short codes inside that you want? Because what'd be great is that you don't have 8,000 characters. So if I rather than say please fill this out using a top match state solve formula, you could just put in it's that kind of thing in there. Have you tried doing that?
I have not technically tried that. I use short that's on my time. I don't know if you can shoot, but if you go in WR and it'll spit out this entire prompt, and then I'll add the link to the product, and it spits out this amazing thing. I add it to my 11 Labs, and 11 Labs spits out my voice just like me, and I merge it all together in CapCut, and boom, I upload it all from my iPhone. When it comes to ChatGPT, though, I have not tested that out. So I would love if anyone else is wanting to do that too, we can all test it out
I'll
and
test it
see
out.
if it
Yeah.
yeah, test it out, Jack, and let us know, because if you can use that to train and maybe even coming up with your own short codes that are, um, that are specific to you, that'd be pretty cool for sure. I think I finally have this PDF. Great week. It feels like Wednesday because I'm usually on Wednesdays, but it's Tuesday and a lot's been happening in AI and it's going so fast. What do you guys know? Barry is always talking about like the trends and what's coming, but what do you guys think is going to be a major shift before the end of the year? Does anyone have any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on if you think there's gonna be like a disruption or some big something's gonna happen? Anybody have any thoughts on that? I would just like to close out with maybe some thought-provoking things. Shamari? Yeah, Shamari, come on up.
Hey, yeah, I totally do. So, and it's funny because I was talking about somebody the other day about this, and it's super dark. You can't see me, but yeah, it's just black. So you can see me. But when we look at AI, understand if you're on, even if you're on this call, right? You are so far ahead of what now is. Oh, that's yesterday's news. They haven't even heard about it. So as the world starts to figure things out, they go, "Oh my god, did you guys know there's a thing called ChatGPT, and it can do all the stuff I do with my Google, but I can also do more stuff with that?" And you're like, "Where have you been?" They don't know it yet. They really don't know it yet. So you are in a prime position right now to shape and benefit from the knowledge that you have right now. All of us are. For example, everybody 3 weeks ago, it might have not even been 3 weeks ago, might have been 2 weeks ago, Nano Banana was what everybody was talking about because it's fantastic. Did you know, Angie, just about 60 days ago, there's a new number one guy on the block?
No, who?
Yeah. Like you blink your eyes and it changes, right? So there's so many things that are changing. We're at the tip of the spear. So everyone around us has no clue. So I encourage you who have not already got tickets, or aren't going to something like Growth Hacking Live, go, because it's going to blow your mind what you're gonna learn there, and the people you're going to surround yourself with, because that's going to make the difference. Your network is your net worth. Just like we speak and talk about this for a quick 30 minutes. Can you imagine doing this for 4 days? Can you imagine what that can
So
do to your life? It's nuts. It's nuts. So take advantage of it. You're in a prime position to do something that we haven't been able to ever do in this world on this time frame. So grab it.
yeah, that's awesome. I love that. All right, we have Andrew and then Michael, and then we're gonna close out today. I finally was able to multitask and get the short code in there for you. Like I said, it's just a preliminary, get your thought-provoking thought, those short codes in ChatGPT, probably other AIs that you can just start using as a baseline. Andrew, come on up.
Hey, Angie, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, the biggest thing. So we've been involved. We've been at this for like 4 years now. We actually got into one of the betas of ChatGPT, and one of the CEOs of the company that are pretty heavy duty into it is what the last speaker said, is that we're in an exponential growth phase. Most people have never been in this much. It's 10x. So it goes from a 10 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to a million really quick. And there's so many changes coming out there. I think the software is going to leapfrog, and we've seen it within the Google atmosphere. So I think Replic's going to be replaced. It could happen in a month or two. Maybe they'll keep up. I don't think so, because the big guys are coming in. Google already has a Replit replacement ready to go, and I just see that even with us, you don't want to get stuck in using one piece of software. That you need to be able to take the concepts and the blueprints they're using and be able to jump. So just be prepared for that. It's happening super fast, especially on the bigger AI things that we're working on right now. It's crazy in a good way.
Yeah, that's great. I love technology, and it can be a little scary no matter what level you are in your AI journey, but no matter what, I love that we get to talk about it with other people so that we can stay ahead of it, and each one of you will bring kind of your knowledge so that we can go and learn that and not feel like we're being like, it's moving so fast, and there's so many software pieces out there. It's crazy. I'm presenting at Growth Hacking Live, and I was trying to narrow my top favorite AI tools to only 10, and it was really, really difficult because I use so many, and it's just such a fun time to be in this. But all right, I know that we're over time, so I don't wanna take up everyone's day. I'm just gonna close out, Michael. Thank you, Andrew. I love that, and let's keep that conversation going because you guys will probably be more in the know on a lot of what's coming than some other people, so we can share that. That'd be great. Awesome. Michael?
Yeah, just to add on to what he was saying, AI is compounding at an exponential rate. If anyone, what I'm going to show right now is kind of advanced, so I might use some of the people on the call. If you're familiar with MCP servers, OpenAI just opened themselves up to connecting to other platforms, MCP servers. And if we have just a couple seconds, I can show that real quick how to get to it. If you don't mind, it's up to you, Angie. Or,
Sure, go ahead and show it real fast.
okay.
So is this
I'll put it on.
a different area than integrations, or is that the same area? And then
You're gonna love this. So if you just go down into your settings,
Mhm.
you open your settings, you'll be able to go in here, click connectors, go down onto your advanced settings, turn on your developer mode. All right. So now when you come back over here, you will be able to open developer mode inside of your stuff in your chat box, and you will be able to add various resources for your MCP server URLs. Now you
Nice.
can call on those directly through ChatGPT.
I love that. Yeah, I've parented
So, like I
all
said,
my
a little
stuff, but
it was a little advanced for most people on the call, but you got it. Many others here got it. But let's say you have innate in automations or make automations or whatever automations you have, you can call on those automations directly from ChatGPT, or you can go the other connections where you have Canva and various different things. I don't know what.
Yeah,
But
someone's
anyway,
talking.
I just wanted to share that so the more advanced people could jump on board and before the train leaves the station.
Yeah, and I love NAN. It is complex, but it gives me a headache half the time when I can't connect something. But it is the coolest thing that I've ever seen because I hooked up where I talk to my what not WhatsApp, Telegram, and I'll just say
Yeah.
what I want it to happen. It goes into NAN, it starts to work. It goes and talks to my project manager. It talks to like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever, and then it spits it out. Oh, it's so cool.
So the caveat with it, I was wanting it to create automations for me, but it will make those connections. You still have to coordinate it, create the scenario, but then once the scenario is created, you can call on that scenario, like send an email, and it will send your email straight to ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm still learning NAN a little bit. I mean, I've done enough to be a little deadly, but I definitely am gonna hire someone that can just do it for me because it is so it's not like, it's great. What I did was I added a bunch of templates, and then I created some new nodes for myself. I tried to connect them all, and I was touching my tech head. I was like, "Come on, you're smarter than this," but it is a little complex, but I do love it, and the more I play around with it, the more I get to know it, the more I'm understanding it. I took a lot of coursework on it just to get to know it, and I'm a techie, so it's very
So
cool.
if you use Perplexity, Perplexity is much better at guiding you through NAN or make automations than OpenAI, just in my experience. It just really lays it out in a manner to where it's more understandable. And
Yes, it is. It's definitely not a quick study, but it's so worth it because I use MindPal and I use some other ones that are not as, advanced, and I love them, but seeing the potential of what you can create entire teams and create your whole marketing team and your graphics team, and it'll post, it does so much stuff. It's just the coolest thing in my mind. I know there's gonna be more out there just like it. So that's pretty cool. I know we're over time, so I apologize, but I love this conversation. I can talk about nerdy software all the time. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope that what short codes will help you guys unlock new things that maybe ChatGPT or other AIs weren't doing. But if you guys want to join us tomorrow what I plan to do, because I don't have a guest, which I kind of designed it similarly to not have a dedicated guest just tomorrow, and I have 4 lined up after that. But is because a lot of people have been asking how to create a custom GPT. So I know a lot of you guys know how to do that. Prepare yourselves many, many times, but a lot of people still don't have those steps. So I have been writing down the steps. I'm gonna make it very easy for anyone to create their own custom GPTs. And I'll even talk about creating your your mastermind of people too. We'll have Tracy Gunn coming in later to talk about building your board of advisors that you can lean into, whether they're living or dead. Right, you can pull all the information about that person, their knowledge, and call on them as mentors anytime. So yeah, that's tomorrow morning. I'm working on the plan. I'm working on a million things, but I want to have just a very quick sheet SOP just to show you. So I'll spend the whole 30 minutes probably showing you how to get into ChatGPT, how to make sure you trained it, and I'll show you the inside of what I tell it about myself so that it's trained in the baseline way, and then also going into creating your own custom. I create them all the time for myself and for people, and I hide them. I don't really share them with people, but if you guys are creating for yourself, I lean into my Amazon one every single day when I'm doing product reviews. So you guys can be creating these for yourself depending on your own specific needs. And so I'll show you, and I'll give you an SOP so you guys can go and do it. And I think that'll be great for those who have not embarked on the custom PT journey yet. I'm not going to go advanced on on other sites and stuff like that. That's longer than 30 minutes. But I do want to show you how to just create it inside of ChatGPT, how to put it in the store. You can even add your own website link underneath the person who created it or your LinkedIn. So, I mean, there's lots of ways to grow leads with it as well. Put it publicly into the store. So, anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Hope to see you guys then. If not, we have let's see, Russell on Thursday, and we have Chris Gray, who is awesome. He'll be here on Friday as our guest host. Next week we have Growth Hacking Live. There will not be a session Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for sure. Potentially none on Thursday, Friday. I'm just confirming, just make sure with guests that we've already lined up. We want to see if we're going to have them or not, and we'll let you guys know. But it's going to be an amazing week next week. I hope to see you guys in Growth Hacking Live in San Diego. And give me a hug. I'm a hugger, and we'll take lots of selfies. Okay, promise me that we're going to all take some selfies. All right, guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for sticking with me for an extra 15 minutes. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow, and good luck on your day. Bye.
Recording stopped.